Hello everybody, this is not a makeup live tonight. I know, shocking. I'm gonna wait for a couple people to jump on and then I will get started pretty much right away. I had to put some lip stuff on though. It's weird to be on camera with a lip stuff. So I wanted to, as you see in the title, I wanted to do something different tonight rather than doing a makeup live, which I do almost every night and I love it. I wanted to do something a little different because I've been having all these thoughts today and I'm like, you know what? The best way to express them is get them out. And what better way to do it than on Facebook, right? So this is gonna be something for, so if you don't know me, my name is Sarah Mandy. I'm a top earner with my company. And this is for like it's going to be directed sort of towards the company I work for, but it's also like if you're in network marketing, hey Bran, sorry, my nose is itchy. If you're in network marketing, it's kind of will resonate with you regardless of what company you're with. Hello, Katie. So what would you be willing to sacrifice? And I think this is sort of what's been going on in my head today, because a lot of people think like, the number one thing I hear is I can never do what you do. And I'm like, well, do you have Facebook and do you have a phone? Because those are the two things you need in order to do what I do. So if you have Facebook or any social media really, and you have a phone, you can do what I do. And I'm just like, I like to wrap my head around that whole process. Like, it's not, I think people think that, and I'm not saying this business is an easy business. Like, network marketing is not easy. You got to get thick skin. You got to really change your mindset. You got to really think about so many different ways of looking at life, right? Like, I came into this with a very negative. I'll give you my backstory and then I will share my thoughts today and I'll kind of share why I'm doing this. So my backstory is, so I'm a full-time teacher. I'm still a full-time teacher, okay? And this is going to resonate with anybody that has an employee mindset, that has a full-time job. This will resonate with you a lot. Even if you don't, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom or you are somebody that dreams of working from home one day, this will resonate with you. So my backstory is I'm a full-time teacher. I've been with my company for 3.5 years, which is, decades in the network marketing industry, because most people give up on themselves after about 6 months. If you make it to 6 months, you're like a superstar. You make it to a year, you probably figured out that there is so much potential. And if you make it past a year, well, you're in it for the long haul, right? So my backstory is that I had no intention of doing this. I had no intention of doing lives. I had no intention of, learning how to do makeup. I had no idea how to do makeup. I feel amazing now that I know how to do it, but I had no idea how to do it when I started. I had some mad mascara skills and eyeliner skills, and that's it. I had no other skills. I didn't wear any face makeup. I never wore more than one color of eyeshadow. I never did my eyebrows. I never, I rarely wore lip product. I was somebody who, I'm someone who I talk to almost every single day about this opportunity. I'm someone that believes that they can't do what I do. And so when I joined, I was in a really bad place. I was like bad mindset, super negative, surrounding myself, not with negative friends. I always had good friends, but dating like really negative guys, like really negative, like guys that thought it was okay to lie to you about like what they're actually up to, like just sneaky like losers. Really, that's what they were. And so it was kind of like rewarding for me that I was like, all right, it's end of summer. I'm like, you know what? I was just at the point of like, I am done. Like, this is just silly. And I went on and I saw this mascara and I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna buy the kit, because I'm like, it's so much cheaper to get the kit than it is to just buy a mascara. It's the same shipping, so why wouldn't I buy this kit? And I thought I was getting a sale. I called my sponsor. I'm like, can I put your name down? I have no idea why I need a name in order to buy like a kit of makeup, but whatever. And I just was in this negative place, really negative. And I'm like, I kind of just was like, all right, you know what? I'm like, is there actually money to be made in these businesses? Because they all seem like they're ridiculous. And so I was someone who isn't really even on Facebook very much. Like I went on, but I would just be scrolling and wasting time. And then I would play these little games with myself like, oh, don't waste any more time on Facebook. Like try and only go on half an hour a day and do something productive. But like I was never finding anything productive to do. I'm like, what, like, I don't know, like go read a book. Yeah, I can still read books, but like I wasn't doing anything productive. So I was in this really like bad place, and I just started, I really was sick of tutoring. So I love teaching, hated tutoring. I hated doing what I do all day one-on-one at my house. Even though people were coming to my house, I just started resenting it. You know, when you just resent a job, I was resenting it. And it was decent money. It was like, you know, $150 extra a month. I was like, you know what? If I can sell like a couple mascaras to people, share how much this friggin' 3D mascara changed my life, then I'll pay off. Like if I made $150, I was super stoked. And I was like, I will stop tutoring. And that first like full month, like we're not supposed to share income, but like it was like quadruple, no, more than quadruple. It was like, I don't even know, I'm so bad at math, but it was like way more than $150. So I was like, okay, so there's potential in this. I understand that there's potential in this, and I saw my dreams come true. So swinging back to why I started this business and why I continue it is that I ask what you would do to make your dreams come true. What would you sacrifice? And I think people lose in the process of that is that, like, this is not a type of business where it's an employee mindset. It's like, there's so many things that are different about it, right? You're your own boss. I don't have anybody saying, Sarah, get to work. Like, sit down and start working. Like, get on your phone and start working. Go live and start work. Like, I don't have anybody to tell me to do that. So, like, I could easily just give up. I could quit tomorrow and be like, I'm done. But I've made so many great friends and watched so many journeys of people that I don't even know, like, reach the top of these companies, and it's like the most rewarding thing in the world. They've quit their jobs, they retired their husbands, they, you know, buy their dream home, they buy, like, and it's not even materialistic things, it's just like having the freedom of being like, you know, when I have kids one day, I can like be there to put them to bed and be there to when they're up in the morning, and maybe take an extra year or two off and be financially stable to stay at home with them for a little bit longer. And I mean, I can always still go back to my full-time position. So everyone tells me they could never do what I do. And basically I ask you, do you have a phone in Facebook? Do you have a phone in social media? The things I sacrificed, are you ready to say, like, what I sacrificed for this business is, okay, number one, I gave up binge watching shows. I was like a binge Netflix girl. Like, I found a new show, I was like ready for the next one to be on there. Like, give me a show so I can sit there and binge watch and waste time. And I was feeling really drained and like not in a good place. Like, I'd be watching, like, I think I watched the Sons of Anarchy season in like over the Christmas break. Like, it was nothing, like just binge. So I stopped doing that. I said, you know what? This is not engaging me. This is not challenging me. This is not teaching me anything. I'm binge watching, burning brain cells. So that's when I kind of like, so I gave up binge watching shows. Do I still watch shows? Absolutely. But you know what? I'll have it playing on my phone and then I'll be working at the same time. So I'm like kind of watching, but also being productive. So binge watching shows with nothing in front of me, that's one thing I gave up. Okay. So if you can give up binge watching TV shows, step one, you're good. Step two, I gave up a little bit of sleep. I mean, let's be real. I know lots of people that are insomniacs or like don't get any sleep because of their kids anyways. Well, it just means that, you know, big nights, and it's not every night. Some nights I'm exhausted. I listen to my body and I go to bed. But some nights, like when my girls are going for promotions and there's girls on my team that are like, need that extra push, or I need to be online because something could mess up with the website or something could happen, like, and they need that support, then I stay up. I stay up a bit longer, or I get up a bit earlier. I make that sacrifice of losing a little bit of sleep to know that one day I won't have to work nearly as hard, and I'll be like quadruple. This business is, you work super hard for 6 months and make, like, you know, depending on how hard you work, you can make great money, but like you make minimal money. The next 6 months should be a time where you're, you feel like you're making more money than for what you're doing. The next years after that, like if you build this business properly and I'm a great person to guide people to do that. If you build it properly and you do the things and you stay motivated and you be consistent, like I'll be laughing in 5 years from now that I'll be able to take weekends off. I'll be able to like spend more time in the evenings where I don't have to hustle. Like you can take a bit of time, you can come back a bit and not have that like draining hustle. But I'm okay with the draining hustle right now because it almost gives me like this adrenaline rush. So I sometimes miss events, like if there's like a couple events that I can't make it to because I see the importance of being at home in my pajamas, like with my team, then yeah, like there's some events I've sacrificed going to, but nothing major. I'm not going to miss like a friend's wedding to like be at home working my business. Because you know what, if anything goes down, chances are like I can catch up on my phone because I have it with me. My business is always with me. So it's not like, as long as I'm engaging in conversation and being a person while I'm there and, I'm checking my phone when I go to the bathroom or I'm checking my phone like, later on in the night when things are calming down, yeah, I can just check in. But it's like you're never completely disconnected from your business. And some people are like, ooh, I wouldn't want that. But like you do want that because if you're helping people, that's the reason I do this. So would you be willing to sacrifice some hard work to know that every day that you could be with your kids a bit more? Like I have a dream of being part-time. I love my job. I love teaching. I think it's amazing. I have no problems with it, but I love the idea of down the road, being able to go part-time, being financially stable and being able to do that and have no worries. Like not like stressing or having to budget because I'm part-time. I'm not budgeting. I'm just going to budget my time and have more time with my family. It really is what's going to happen. So like stop fully. Okay. So I have notes in front of me and I like to just talk off the top of my head, but I made some really good points when I brainstormed. So just give me a second here. Stop telling yourself that you can't do what I do. So I'll work in the evenings. I work waiting for appointments. I work while I'm, like anytime. I'm never waiting anymore. A, I'm never bored, and B, I'm never waiting because in those times, like if, my boyfriend's taking forever to like get ready or like I'm waiting for supper or I'm waiting for like any situation really where you're waiting in line anywhere, waiting for an oil change, waiting at a Costco gas station, like you have 5 minutes. You can get a lot done in 5 minutes with this business. But you have to like self-motivate yourself to be like, okay, I got 5 minutes right now. Let's get some stuff done. That's sort of the mindset you have to take on in this type of business. So I chat with women and like really what I do for my particular business, you can block out time for work. That's a great idea. But for what I do, I have a chance to network with women online. I network with women. I learned to do some makeup, which was awesome. I learned how to like be on video, which really all it is having a conversation. So like if you meet me in person, like this is exactly how I am in person as I am on video. Yeah, I have a little more expression and yeah, I'm a little bit more excited on video than I am in a normal conversation. But if I'm like heated about something, like I'm talking exactly the same to you as I am to talking like to a friend beside me if I'm like super passionate about something. And this I'm passionate about is mindset. So the benefit is now is 3.5 years later, like with a business like this. So I've been doing my business for 3.5 years. And in 3.5 years, I'm sitting like, and I had these thoughts today. I'll tell you why these started, because I had posted earlier, if you're someone who follows me, that we were going out and actually like looking at houses. It was really exciting. And I'm like, man, I'm about to buy my dream home. I'm not even selling my condo. I'm having my dream come true of having this as a rental property in order to make extra income for the future. And I'm able to financially be ready to buy a new house, keep my condo, still drive my dream car. And I did that in 3.5 years. And I wouldn't have had that opportunity if it wasn't for this business coming into my life. And, again, people are like, I cannot do what you do. Like, I cannot have that. I don't have that kind of time. So, like, people will look at me. So here's the things that people look at me about. And they're like, well, she has no kids. Okay, I don't have kids yet. Okay, I have 2 dogs that I have to, take outside and do things with. I also have 150 kids that come through my classroom on a daily basis. So, like, technically, I have 150 children. So I like to use that as an example that I can't be working my business when I'm teaching. I can't be working my business when I'm helping kids. But I can work my business at lunchtime, and that's what I do. And it sucks. Like sometimes like people at school like probably think I'm antisocial, and I don't mean to be. And I don't and I really try to make an effort when, you know, people are around at meetings, stuff like that. But like I personally, like the staff room's so far to walk downstairs. The odd occasion I'll go down there for lunch, but I really prefer to sit in my classroom, eat lunch, get caught up in business stuff. And then as soon as school ends, if I'm not coaching, because oh wait, I still have a coaching life. If I'm not coaching basketball after school, then I will stay after school for like 45 minutes, get caught up on stuff. Then I'll go to the gym. And then I'll work out at the gym because I know the importance of exercise. I know the importance of taking care of my health. So you can balance this out. And I think that people that think they're too busy because they work and have kids, they couldn't do what I do. You're telling yourself these things because you don't believe in yourself. And I'm sorry, but that's the hard, honest truth, is that you don't believe in yourself enough to try. Like, and it's not, you make it work for you. So like, if you need an hour in the evenings, I know girls that build this business in an hour in the evening. They tell their husband, you know what, like dinner is ready, we have supper, you eat as a family, kids are in bed. I need an hour to go work my business, uninterrupted, solid work for 1 hour. And then, you know, you have time with your like significant other. You can do that too. You can block off time. But I honestly see the potential of this business of working in a mindset of, you know, I got 5 minutes here, I got 5 minutes there, working in between. When I'm in the shower, I'm always listening to something. If I'm cooking, I'm listening to something. If I'm folding laundry, I'm listening to something, and I'm learning, and I make it fit into my life. And you can make it fit into your life too, but you have to want it. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to have the drive and believe that this is so much bigger than an employee mindset. So what an employee mindset is that there's the employee mindset and there is sort of the like entrepreneurial mindset. Where an employee mindset, you're like, no, you know what, I'm good. I go to work every day. I know exactly how much money I'm going to make today. I know exactly what's going to happen. I know exactly how many hours I'm going to work. I'm going to go home. I'm going to do my same routine. And I'm going to go back and do the same thing. And it's secure and it's financially great. But I'm here to tell you that you can have both those worlds. You can go to your job like I do every single day, and I can work the hours, and I can coach, and I can do things at work, and I can still come home and know that I have the world at my fingertips, and I can still push my business. Like if I can hit the top of the company working full time, there is no reason anybody watching right now can't do it. If I can reach, like I have girls and friends, sideline sisters, whatever you want to call them, that have done the exact same thing, being a stay-at-home mom. I love the stay-at-home moms that are like, you know, like I have 3 kids, I don't have time. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, I have girls on my team that have 3 kids, work full time, do this full time, and are cruising to the top of the company right now. And so there's really no excuse that anybody could give me. I have girls on my team that have worked from hospital beds for months and just built their business like crazy. I've got girls that have, you know, gone through so many hardships I can't even explain and still built their business because they believed in themselves. They believed in this opportunity. And I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, I was the most negative, anti all of this before I started. I was like, this is ridiculous. Nobody does these businesses. They don't work. Nobody makes money. These people are annoying. These people are not real. Well, now I'm one of them, and I'm like, I'm very real. I'm very honest. My team knows I'm like tough love, like no BS. Like honestly, like it's either you do the things and you build your business or you don't, and you try and complain to me, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna listen to it because I know that you're not being successful because you're not doing the things. And the things are very simple. I built an app to train new girls on how to run this business. So I've made it even easier for people to have an app like on their phone where they can learn, right? So you can learn about this business. You would have my one-on-one attention. You've got questions. I answer questions all day long with children, all day. Like all day it's question. And those questions, as much as, and no question's a dumb question, there are a lot of repetitive questions over and over. Like I will explain 4 times what we're doing and I'll have 5 hands go up and say, what are we doing right now? Okay, like honestly, did you not listen to anything? I usually will say, ask a friend, because I've said it 4 times and someone will tell them. So in this business, if you're asking me a personal one-on-one question, perfect. That is so much easier. Maybe I haven't explained it to you, or maybe you need a re-explanation. I can deal with that so much easier because I have the patience. I do it all day. So keeping you busy, you know, like I think the really important thing, so I'm just trying to make sure I cover everything in here, is that, good job like that, but so I think when you have the biggest thing with this is there's so much potential, right? There's not like, you're not limited to the amount of money you can make. So you can go 9 to 5, this is what money you make, maybe you get a promotion, maybe not, and you stay at that salary and you're comfortable and you're living in your comfortable house, your comfortable car, and you're comfortable, and that's great. But then you have the other mindset that you can have both of these mindsets at the same time. You can have the comfort of the pension and the benefits and the da-da-da-da-da. I have this. But then I also have my other person over here who is the entrepreneurial, like sees the potential of, I don't do this money, like I'm crazy. I love reaching goals. I don't do this for the money. I do this to help people. Number one, to help women do what I do. That is the number one reason I do this business. You're like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, yeah, of course. Every person's money motivated. I don't care who you are. If you're making money helping people, that's like the greatest thing. I already do it all day at school. I help kids and get paid. So now I'm helping adults and I'm getting paid. It's the same thing. Teaching and what I do is the same thing. Helping, getting paid. So yes, I'm not going to say that I don't like love the fact that I get a paycheck to help me pay for my condo or to help me pay off bills or to help me pay off anything. I have no financial worries anymore. And you know, people always like, I always get jobs now. People are like, well, I don't have the like kind of money that you have. Like you could have the kind of money I have. You just have to work for it. And you know, I feel like you get that a lot, and you know, when you become a leader in a company, it's like, you know, like, well, like you just you had it easy, you got in early, you did this, you did that. I'm like, no, I just worked hard and I believed in myself. That's what I did. I didn't have any of those things that you are prejudging me about. But I've also grown very thick skin and learned, like, you know, even my own dad today was like, oh, like, I don't have the kind of money you have to afford, da da da. I'm like, okay, Dad, but like, he doesn't mean it to be mean. He just like tries to like make it seem like I'm this like person rolling in the dough, and maybe like I'm not that person. But at the same time, like, people will often take jabs at you about it, and you just kind of have to let it roll. And that's one of the things. I just let it roll. You gotta have thick skin. But I think the biggest thing, like for me with this business especially, so it's helping people, but I'm like this crazy person of like reaching goals. Like if I could show you what is surrounding me right now, like including like the little charms that are behind me, if I know that there's something that I can earn, like a new bag that I don't need, or like a new selfie trunk that's sitting beside me, I have 2 because the first one came broken, or like you can earn like makeup bags or like makeup incentives or like free makeup. Like I have $1,700 in free makeup like sitting in my account. I haven't even bought anything. We have perfume coming out tomorrow, so that's exciting. So I'm like, perfect, I will buy some perfume. But like, I work for goals. I work for goals and to help people. Like, yeah, the money's great, but like, I'm reaching not only like goals with my company, but like that's what motivates and pushes me. So helping other people, you know, it's a huge asset for you. It's a huge thing to be able to give back. I give back so much to charity now. Like I don't even think twice about it. I pay it forward all the time at different places, you know, like I give back. And to have this business to be able to do that, I can give back without ever feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that because, you know, maybe I can't afford like my bill this month and I just gave all this money to like a charity. That's not the mindset you want to live in. You want to be able to give back, you know? So I think people get like so scared. They're like, okay, like let me get my finances in order. Let me get my, you know, 119. Thank you, actually, Natalie. I'm going to stop for a second. This is your exact pics that you did yesterday, except for the lips. I actually used the same colors on my eyes today because I loved what you picked so much yesterday. So I did it today, not even in the live, just on my own. Anyways, okay, sidetracked. This is what happens. I'm like squirrel. So sometimes I even should turn off the commenting because I get so engaged in what's going on. But like a lot of women are like, oh, like, no, I can't really afford that. It's such an investment. Let me tell you right now, like that was the reason I joined, because it wasn't an investment at all. You paid $119 and you got $300 in free makeup. So to me, I was like, this is why I thought it was a sale. I had no idea I was joining a company or doing all of this stuff. So I was like, $119 in makeup, perfect, awesome, this is great. And I'm like getting $300 worth, so I just got a deal. That's all I thought of. You don't pay for your website, you don't have any activation fees, you don't have any other fees. Like some companies have like membership fees, most companies have membership fees, especially beauty companies, FYI, do your research, people. they have website fees, okay? Again, most beauty companies especially have website fees. Nope, ours is free. There's no like penalties. Like if you don't hit your goal, you just go inactive and that's it. You get a makeup deal. So like there was nothing to lose. And when people are stressing about the $119, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna promise you that you have 12 toys that you are sitting around your house right now that you could sell for $10 each on a buy and sell and have enough for your makeup kit. I promise you. Or you have a purse in your cupboard that you could sell for $10 each, or a pair of shoes that you barely worn because you wore them to a wedding once and you needed them and you don't need them again. Or you've got stuff around the kitchen that you're not using. Or you've got, I'm looking around my own like area right now, this plant thing in the corner. I could sell it for $10. Someone would gladly buy it. Paintings that you're sick of. You know, TV trays, like we use them still because we're still in our condo, but that vase thing over there, I don't need that anymore. I actually don't like my TV stand. There is, like, in my eye view right now, there is more than $120 worth of stuff that I can sell in order to change my life. That is what I look at it as. So my favorite thing is that people that give me the excuse about the money, you have way, like, $119, yes, that could be a grocery bill, and if that's all you have in your account, then that's your grocery bill. But if you're sitting at a house where, like, you have $120 sitting around and stuff, you can sell it and you can make some money, and then you can get yourself an investment where you get $300 in makeup and you get a whole new lifestyle. Like I've earned probably like some of the hardest things for me too, right? Like I've earned a lot of things over the past 3.5 years. I've earned 5 trips I haven't gone on because I can't, because of my other job. So there's something else I've sacrificed. I know that I need to keep my job, so because I love it. I don't need it, but I love it. So I'm going to keep that job because it gives me, you know, it gives me those things. So I have best of both worlds. I have the security, the pension. I love what I do. I really love teaching. Like I can't imagine my life without it. It fulfills me. It's like those kids mean everything to me. There's difficult parts of this job and there's difficult parts of this job, right? Like it's all hard work, you know? It's sacrifice. It's having thick skin. It's people judging you. It's people thinking you're crazy. It's people being like, that girl's annoying, I'm unfollowing or unfriending her. And all I see in that is that, you know what, those people that are negative, they're out of my life anyways, bye-bye. And the people that, you know, I don't need those people in my life. I have surrounded myself, I have a team of 2,300 women who are all amazing. So, you know what, there's good people out there, and those are the people I want on my team, I would want to work with, because their energy fulfills me. Or maybe my energy is needed to fulfill them. I think that's another huge asset. So, something to remember as I'm going to finish this, because I can talk for 4 hours about this stuff. Mindset is everything. But think about this. If you had, and the biggest thing with this business, and I like to drill this into my girls, is that if you had a boss, okay, if you can't get your head wrapped around having to work for yourself, having no boss, and actually being motivated, think of it as like, okay, if your boss said to you, this is a requirement to hit the top of the company, okay, are you ready for it? Sell $500 in makeup a month, and share this opportunity with 3 people and get them to join you. If you were told by a boss to do that every single month, that's all you had to do, and you would get your paycheck, then you would do it. You would 100% do it because you'd be scared of getting fired. With this, there's no one holding you accountable. I might message you and say, hey, you know, like, what's going on? You know, are you struggling with some parts of the business? But I'm not your boss. I'm not going to boss you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to help you every single step of the way with every question that you have. But I'm not here to tell you what to do. So if you can't wrap your head around that, then you need to go to your employee mindset and say, okay, I need to sell 500 and sponsor 3. This is what I did for 3.5 years, and I hit the top of the company in 2.5 from just that. I shared people this opportunity. I helped them. I shared makeup that are like phenomenal products. Like I would not have lasted a week with this business if I didn't back what I was selling. You can't join a company like this and not back 100% what you're selling. I hear the girls tell me that all the time, and I say, no worries. And you know what? Even if you hated the makeup, you still got $300 for free just for joining. And I'm telling you, like, I've never on my team or any team heard someone join, get their makeup kit and be like, ugh, this is bad makeup. It's high quality. If you shop at MAC, you shop at Sephora, lower price point, we don't test on animals, it's a win win. There's nothing about this that's not a win-win. So, you know, I'll leave you with, if you need that 9-to-5 mindset, you can take your 9-to-5 mindset and use it in your business and be successful. Or you can understand that, you know, what makeup brand is it? My name is Susanna. I'm on my husband's page and came across this on my feed. Awesome. So I am with a company called Younique. My team's Boss Beauties. That's what this is. But it's a company called Younique. So I'm not sure where you are, Chico, but if you are in, we're in 12 countries, which is like, we are the #1 fastest growing network marketing company in history. There's no company that's grown faster than we have in a very good way. We still are only 0.00003% of the market share. So we're not even like touching anything yet. And that is what's exciting. We are a baby company that's growing like astronomically fast. So we are in 12 countries. I can just name some quickly for you: Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Ireland, Italy, Spain, France, Hong Kong, I'm missing 2, Mexico, and Germany. So that's pretty good. I'm impressed that I got all those. I'm in Dallas, Texas. Perfect. I've used the mascara before. Do you have a website? I do, Chico. You know what I'm going to do? Add me as a friend, and I'm going to message you after I'm done this live, and I can give you like all the information that you possibly could need. And I'll give you access to my app. If you want access to my app, if you're watching this and you're like, I just want to browse, I don't want to talk to Sarah, she seems crazy, or I'm like intimidated to talk because I'm super shy, I can literally just send you the instructions to download my free app. There's a section on there that has, before you join, videos that you can watch, information, and it's like the perfect thing for you. And then you can watch, you can see exactly how I train my team and before you even start. And I think it's like the easiest, most like stress-free, like I don't push things on anybody. Anyone who's joined me, I think I've sponsored 276 people myself. And those people are people that came to me because they're like, I think I want to try this. And some have been like insanely successful. Others have given up. But again, I'm not you and you're not me. I can't push you. I'm not here to push you. You are here to push yourself. So thank you so much for watching, and reach out to me if you have any questions at all. I'm an open book if there's anything that I didn't answer for you about this. But know that you can 100% do what I do if you have 2 things. You have Facebook, okay, and you have a cell phone. That's it. Those are the only 2 things you need, along with a mindset of, I want to reach my dreams. I want to achieve my dreams. I want my family to have financial freedom. I want more time with my kids. I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice TV. I'm willing to sacrifice, being able to understand that I might have to stay up a little bit later. I want to sacrifice, maybe I can't go to every girls' night that's organized, but I'll be at most of them because I want to keep my relationships going. Those are the 3 things that I've sacrificed, and that's pretty much it. I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you who watches these shenanigans. Please share if you are interested in being entered to win a Starbucks gift card this month. And hopefully if this is not reaching out to you, if this is like totally not your thing, totally fine. But there may be somebody out there, like somebody on your Facebook that 100% is like, this is for me. And you're doing them a favor by sharing them this opportunity to change their life. I love you. Thank you again. God bless everyone. Have a fabulous Sunday night.